In this video, I'm going to be going over the huge market crash happening right now in NBA 2K23 Myteam. When is going to be the best time to sell your guys' cards, when's going to be the best time to buy cards, and just overall going over the market, checking out cards prices, and just letting you guys know where the market's at right now, if the market's high or if the market is low. So if you guys don't know, we got the new Titans promo set yesterday, and honestly guys, I think it was one of the better content drops of the year, and just one of the more expensive. More importantly, one of the more expensive drops of the year, which we got the Dark Matter Hero Yao Ming. He's also going to have his normal Titans version. We got a Dark Matter Ben Simmons, who's also going to have his hero version, which goes for crazy amounts of MT. We also got a Dark Matter Dirk, which isn't the craziest name compared to a Ben Simmons or compared to a Yao, but he's still a very solid power forward in the game. We also have that lock-in for the Dark Matter Manu Bull, and then like you guys said here, or like I said here, is the hero Ben Simmons. For the Galaxy Opals, it was Tyson Chandler, Luol Deng, Jared Wallace, Jalen Rose, and Michael Red. I think nothing, too crazy. There's not one guy in here except for like maybe Rose that's like extremely amazing, but I think all these guys are very solid. There's no bad Galaxy Opal in the Titans promo drop. Tyson Chandler, an amazing budget center. Luol Deng, a great two-way 6'9" shooting guard. Jared Wallace, all around a beast. Jalen Rose, 6'8" at point guard, really good dribble sigs. And then Michael Red, one of the better offensive cards in the game at the shooting guard position. So I think this set overall, if we're talking about expensive, might be the most expensive content drop of the year post MT getting banned, because before MT got banned, you couldn't buy MT anymore. Like before you could buy MT, there was probably a more expensive content drop because we had cards going for like 4 or 5 mil, that were badged up. So this is probably the most expensive content drop since then, because you got Hero Yao Ming that's going for around 3 million MT. And yesterday he was like 4 million for the entire of Friday, which is crazy for one single card, 4 million MT. And then you take a look at Ben Simmons, he's still what, 2 million MT. So just from yesterday's 2 Dark Matters alone in the hero promo set, that is 2 mil for Ben Simmons and 3 mil for 2 mil for Ben Simmons and 3 mil for Yao Ming. That is 5 million MT between 2 different cards that came out yesterday. That is just going to cause the market to drop like crazy. I do want to check the cards here, from the actual Titans set. Dirk's around like 250, 300k. You look at Ben Simmons, he's really not that expensive, and it makes sense because he only has, I believe, a 75 3 ball and no shooting badges, where the hero one is going to have a 91 3 ball and like 10 Hall of Fame shooting badges. So there is a pretty big difference between the hero Ben Simmons and the Titans one. Now I don't think there should be a 1.5 million MT difference, but this Ben Simmons is going to be a lot cheaper and more comparable to the Galaxy Opal Ben Simmons. That's why he's not going for a crazy margin. But Yao Ming, his base version is still easily over 1.1. I would say maybe even closer to like 1.3, maybe 1.5. I'd say somewhere between like 1 to 1.5 million MT for the base Dark Matter Titans Yao Ming card. So just so much MT is on the market right now that it's going to be dropping a lot of these cards in the game, and I think right now is going to be an extremely good time to be buying some cards. If we look at the Luka Doncic, he's around the same price, maybe a little bit lower than he normally is. If we look at a card like Bull, he was still going for consistently over a million MT. Looks like he's down a tiny bit, from the out of position set. KG was like 600k, 700k before the content drop. I've seen this card end for around like 450, 500. Ron Artest, he was I think he's around the same price. He's still like 300k normally for his base version. You look at Nikola Jokic, he's looking to hold the same price value because Ben Simmons and Jokic are very similar point guards that I don't think Jokic is really going to take too big of a hit. But if you look at a card like a Yao Ming, what's funny is I don't think he actually went down that much because there's really not too big of a difference between the Opal Yao Ming and just the base Titans one. Now there is a big difference between the hero and this Yao Ming, but that card goes for like 3 million MT. So this one isn't going to be he's not going to drop as much as we thought, just because we didn't know that the Dark Matter Yao wouldn't be like that crazy more overpowered than this one, but he's still going to be dropping a little bit in price. A 22 Hall of Fame badge Yao right now is only at what, like 600k. This one might go for like 650, 700 at most, and that's going to be badged out. So Yao Ming is dropping a little bit in price, but not as much as we expected. Dark Matter T-Mac, he's still holding his same value. Dark Matter D-Rob, he's a little bit lower in price. So just like the normal Dark Matters in the game, like a Kevin Durant, a Dwight Howard, like they're dropping a little bit in price, I would say, compared to where they were before. We look at MJ, he's still going to be relatively expensive, but the cards I do want to talk about are actually going to be the Galaxy Opals. These are the cards that might have dropped the most. Marc Gasol, I think he might have held his value just because people are realizing, how good of a card he actually is. he's maybe down a little bit. He's like down to 55,000 MT. When I did check earlier this morning, or earlier last night around like, I don't know, I was checking around like 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern, I saw a couple for like 45, 50K. So the market might start be rising up right now, but I think the market's still pretty low. That I think right now is going to be a great time to be buying some cards. You know, whether it's Galaxy Opals, whether it's Dark Matters, I think right now is a pretty good time to be buying cards if you guys want to. If you guys are looking to sell cards, I would say you probably want to wait till either Saturday night, you know, maybe wait till Sunday morning is probably going to be the best time to sell your guys' cards. Like Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening is when I find is the best time to be selling your cards, and that's most likely when I'll be selling my Taco Fall, because I'm trying to make as much MT back as possible off Taco, and right now he's down a little bit in price as well. He dropped a little bit with those super packs getting put into the pack store, but now he's back up a little bit in price, I do believe. So he should go back up to pretty much full value around Sunday, and that's when I'll be selling my Taco Fall, just because I think it's a smart idea. If you guys aren't really playing the game, I think it's a smart idea to be selling most of your squad right now if you aren't playing the game and you don't plan to for the next 12 days, because Season 7 surprisingly is actually right around the corner, and I feel like in Season 7 is probably going to be the biggest season difference in my opinion. Like going from Season 6 to Season 7, I think could be a massive difference, whether we get Invincibles, endgame type of cards. You know, I just think the content is going to be a lot better personally. I hope so, at least. That's my optimism speaking, but I just think like the cards, like just talking about the market in general, I think we're going to start getting some like just crazy overpowered cards. So if you guys wanted to kind of prepare for that, then I would probably go ahead and maybe sell your cards this weekend or next. The problem with next weekend is, yeah, it still could be a good idea next weekend if you guys want to hold on for at least one more week. I think next weekend is probably your last time to sell, because if you guys don't know, not this Monday, like in a couple days, but the following Monday after that is when we're most likely going to get Season 6 super packs. And when the Season 6 super packs drops, that's when a lot of these cards just go down a lot in price. So if you guys wanted to sell to kind of prepare for that, I think it could be a smart idea. And then obviously the market does drop a little bit more when the new season does drop. So me personally, I sold my entire team because I'm really just not playing too much in Season 6. There's really nothing to be grinding for. Like, Unlimited is pretty bare bones to be grinding for. I mean, there's some cool prizes in here, I guess, like a Sean Livingston, but really nothing just to be grinding for. So hopefully in Season 7, they give us some better content. I'm trying to be optimistic as possible, but it's just hard to... It's hard to be hopeful with my team this year, because just for whatever reason they don't want to give us any free content or anything to grind for. But I sold my entire team. I'll be selling a couple more cards that I do have, like from the Titan set, have a more couple of Galaxy Opals, like I think I got Michael Red, you know, I got like KPJ, so I'll be selling a lot of these cards just to prepare, and then selling my Taco Fall as well just to prepare for Season 7. Because if you guys aren't playing the game, I just don't think it's smart to hold on to your cards, because just in the long run they're gonna lose value anyways. So I would just sell your cards if you guys aren't playing the game. If you guys are still grinding game mode, still playing, 100% don't sell your cards. Keep running your team and having fun playing my team, whatever game modes you guys are grinding. I'm just saying, if you're like me and you're kind of just not really playing the game too much, I would just probably sell your team and just wait for Season 7 to drop when the market will be a lot lower. You can use that MT from your squad and then go build a new team when the new season does drop. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about the market right now, and let me know what cards you guys are currently trying to sell and what cards you guys are currently trying to buy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.